Hello and welcome to Mark Codex. My name is Mark, and today we keep working on our MERN Auth application. Today we will finish the series by finishing up our front-end app with all the styling and functionality needed. Just giving you a heads up that this video will be an hour long. As always, let's not waste any more time and jump right into coding. All right, so first we want to create two variables. We want to create two variables, one and two states. The first one, we're going to call it email, and we're going to use set state for this one, or use state. So we're going to do set email, which will do use state, and then it's going to be null at first. We're going to do the same thing for password. Then we're going to do set password. And use state is going to be the same thing as empty. Great. And now, once we created that, we want to create another function that it will handle our change. So we're going to do const handle change equals. And it will take an event, because it will live in our text fields right here. Great. And I'll use a switch case. And the key will be event.target.email or .name for this case. And if it is email, if it equals to email, we will use set email to event.target.value. We're going to use the same thing, but this time we're going to use password. If it is password, we're going to do event.target.value. Great. Other than that, default just break. Cool. So now let's implement the on change right here. On change equals, we're going to grab the event, and then we're going to use handle change e. And we're going to do the same thing for the password. Now, that being said, let's just make sure that everything is actually set correctly. I just needed to, it was set email because I copied the thing. So we need to actually use set password for this one. And caught my attention, this one wasn't highlighted. Use state is not defined. We need to import that from React. So you need use state. Great. Awesome. And now what we want to do, we're going to create another function that it will be our submit function. And this one has to be an async because, well, we're going to call the API from here, thinking. So we wanted to, we want to make it as an async function. So we're going to call it handle submit. And this will be an async. And also we'll pass in the event right here. And I'll just do event.prevent default. Now, a lot of you are going to yell at me, why did you call the other one this one event? Oh, actually, I called it event. Oops. So let's do it event then. I just put it E here, just like for a shorthand. I don't want it to be like a long line. That's why I put E. It's the same thing. You could just rename it. Great. So prevent default. And then from here, I will just create a constant of user, an object user. And this will contain we're gonna call like email. Did we call the field email or username? It was username, right? Sorry about that. So let's do username. Yeah, let's make it lowercase. And this is not going this is not going well. That's totally fine. We can just do the changing in here right away. And we're gonna do username and password. It's been a couple of days since I recorded the last one, so I forgot what did I call it. Oops. Cool. And this one, we're gonna change it from email to that. Great. So now let's just console log the user. And we will have an onSubmit function in here that will handle our function handle submit. So let's do E. And this is like somewhat best practice to pass in the event. I mean, it's still gonna work if you do that. You're still gonna access the event, but it's just preferable to have it like that. I don't know if React actually mentioned that before or not, but yeah. So we're gonna handle submit, blah blah blah. This might gonna break. Well, I mean, we could keep it async. It's fine. Great. So now let's change this to mark and password, and let's open the console and let's see. Great. So we pass in the user. Awesome. All right. So now that worked, what we want to do is we want to call the since the user is grabbing the user from the state, we can just actually use state is an async function. So let's wrap everything in a try catch. Yeah, there's some people might argue that there is no point. You could just have it like there, but I know for a fact that states are async. So I'll just keep it in here as a save measure, and then I will call my API. I will await my API to log in, and then when the login happen, I will receive a response from that. In the response, what do we have? Well, we're gonna have, let's see, where is the login? We're gonna have the token. So we're gonna grab that and we're gonna store it in a local storage. Also, we gonna push or set our JWT as well from here, and then as token, and then from there we can just basically move the user or redirect the user to the home page. So let's start by first we need to import Auth services, this one right here, and with the login. So let's go back to login, and let's do it in here. So import, I mean, what I can do is like just import login, but I do prefer to actually have the API imported like that. So in case I want to use like multiple, let's do from services and then auth service. And in auth service, let's go down to our function, and we're gonna grab the response, create a variable called response, and we're gonna await authService.login. And then in there, I'm gonna pass in the object of the user. So what I can do is that I can say like user name, and then I could say user.username, but doesn't make sense because I could have like just created like two variables. That doesn't make sense. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pass in user. because it's kind of the same thing. What happened basically, we just did this. So, but we don't need that. All we need is the user, like so. So for now, let's log our user or response. Actually, let's grab the data from the inside because the response is going to be huge. So let it compile. And Axios cannot resolve Axios. Yeah, something weird about like last time installing stuff happened. So I need to install. So cd client npm install Axios. Yeah, something weird happened last time, and I don't know why is that. Let's go back to auth service to make sure. Yeah, import Axios from Axios. It's gonna work. And local storage auth service is not defined. Where is that? Auth service. Local storage, another typo. Well, yay. Auth service. And all right, another typo. Probably many people are yelling at me right now. Great, now it's working. So let's go back. And let's actually see my user in the login. So let's grab that. And our password is going to be pass. Let me sign in. And great, we got our response. Yay. All right. So now we got that response, this token. A couple of things we need to do. Again, we're going to store it in the local storage. So let's go back and do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say local storage dot set item. And our item is going to be token. And this will be response.data.token. And what I'm going to do is I wanted to create also, I want to grab the use context from here because I want to set the JWT context. So we're going to grab set JWT equal use context. And right here, we're going to call it as main context. And also we wanted to import main context from contexts and main context. And we want to import use context, of course. Oops. Use context. Great. So now that got created. What we want to do, we want to set JWT this time. I bet this will be more accurate. Can do that. We could say token, and then we could just say set JWT, not response, to token. So now with that being said, we want to push to the home page. So I'm going to grab history from, what is it called? Not push state, push, just push. And then I'm just going to send them to the home page or whatever we call it. We call it dash. And now history, I want to import it from React router DOM. import use history from React router DOM. And then last but not least, we wanted to say const history equals to use history. Great. Let me just double check. Probably we need just to console log. So in the catch error, what I'm thinking is basically to toggle an alert in here just to show in case there is a problem. So this is like where this is where I'm gonna use the catch error. So if any error, we're gonna grab that error and just see what's happening. So I'm just gonna, for now, I'm gonna console log that error, and we will do that later. So it's gonna be error, and it will have a response, and also response is gonna have data, and it will have error, because this error is coming from, is gonna be coming from, because this is our await information, so it will come from the auth services, and auth services will have a response data error inside of it because we set it up like that in the routes, in the user routes or in the controllers right there, like this one or this one. So we want to grab this error object to show it in here. That's why it's like error dot response dot data dot error. Response dot data is what Axios defaultly is going to send the request. Now it's complaining about JWT because we need to have we need to load or check JWT. It's complaining because we're not using it. We define it, but we're not using it. How are we going to use it? We're going to use it in a use effect statement. And in here, what we're going to do in the use effect, we're going to do exactly the same thing as the login or the, let's see, not the auth services. Where did I put that? Yeah, like this one. We want to do the same thing exactly. But this time, we will check if actually JWT is defined and it does not equal to an empty space. This time I'm gonna push it to the dash. And I did call it dash, right? In the app, let's see. Yeah, I called it dash. Let me close everything else, close others. And now, because I'm using JWT and I'm using history, this time I want to try to use those. And use effect, we need to import that. Oh, this one is complaining about the one in the app. Not the app, this one. All right, let's see for now. I'm gonna remove it or just keep it for now and let's see what's gonna happen. So let's grab our login information. And I wanna, what is the password? It was pass, P-A-S-S, sign in. Then we got to the dash. Great. Let's check the local storage. And right here, and we have our token. So now let me refresh. Let me remove this, and it takes me back to the dash. That's what I wanted to do because the token exists. Now, what I want to do, I want to remove these and see if that action that I just did worked. I don't need it. Interesting. maybe let's delete it and refresh. We got back to the sign in. Now we're gonna keep signing in each time. I don't want to keep typing. So what I'm gonna do, just for simplicity's sake, let's go to the login and let's go to the state of the username, and I'm just gonna put Markimu or Marku, and I will have pass in here. So each time we'll reload, we should have that value. Interesting. Yeah, because I didn't add the value. Duh. So let's have this as a value equals to, we're gonna call it username. And the value of this one will be password. And there we go. All right. Yeah, sending me back. Yeah, for some reason, the reason I'm trying to check, because before I didn't. All right, so there's two pieces of information that I want to share. The first one in the auth component, I added the JWT and history, and it got all messed up for some reason before, and it didn't work. When I go to the homepage, it just kept me to the homepage, like on the login. And that's why I basically just removed it. And it kept loading, in an infinite load for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, it seems it's working. So I'm just going to repeat those, because useEffect need to return the values inside of it, because it will monitor this. Whatever this JWT will change, it will re-render the whole component. That's the whole point of useEffect. It will monitor a variable, and that variable, if it changed, it will change the whole component. So that's why it errored on me, because the history, when I go to another page, let's say sign up, for some reason got messed up last time when I did it, but it's working now. That's totally fine. Everything is fine. My life is okay. We can move on right now. All right, I'm gonna stop the jokes. Yeah, so I think we are set for the login. Our login is actually working. What I want to do next is I want to import the user information in here, just basically to show it, because yeah, I want you to say it, because why not? Let's go to the dashboard, and then in the dashboard, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just grab use context, and then in here I'm just gonna say const JWT set JWT, and I will tell you why in a second. Why am I doing this? All right, so what I want to do, the reason I got the use context, because I want to create a logout functionality, because now we're logged in. If we're on the dash, we're logged in. So I want to log out. So in the logout, it will be a simple function that I will call auth service dot logout from it. And when that happens, I'm just gonna set JWT to nothing, and then return history dot push, but instead of dash, I want to send them back to the login page. And let's grab a couple of these information from here. And let's do that right there. And then what did I miss? All right, I missed the history. So we're gonna say const history equal use history and invoke. Great. So now this logout, I just want to add a button, and this button will be basically like when you click it, it will just log out. Great. So let's actually grab the same button from the login, because I like that one. And right here, we're gonna call it logout, and also the color is gonna be secondary. If I just not keep messing up with the typos. All right, and instead of type submit, I'm just gonna remove that, and I'll do on click function equals to, I don't have to pass any event in here. I'll call logout. And another piece of information I missed, which of course, which basically calling the Auth service. So let me just copy that from here. It's faster. Great. Now I wanna just to show the JWT in here. So let's do like a p tag, not push. And let's do JWT. And we need to do that. All right, so button is not defined, classes is not defined. Oh yeah, we need to import those things as well. So let's see, button, we're gonna import it and use classes or make styles, I guess. Class name, classes.submit. Yeah, I don't need that. So that's it. Whoa, all right. Take it easy, buddy. So probably I need like also the same thing as the login. Probably like some sort of like a container. Yeah, let's do this. So let's get it back from, do I need the copyright as well? Maybe I should have made that as a component and just call it in here. Whatever. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Grab classes then, because probably we're gonna need that. We're gonna need those two. And then let's see. What is CSS baseline? Let's copy those, because why not? Let's put it right there. And then we need to close that container. And then probably we need to import, is use style? No, that's from use styles. Is it something that actually, yeah, it's like that. Submit, theme, spacing. Yeah, let's grab just only that, just the submit. Like so. And we don't have a paper, we don't have an avatar. Oh, we might have an avatar. Let's remove those. All right, let's save. And CSS baseline is not imported. Let's import that. Because I know like CSS baseline is like whatever inside of it, it will apply those styles. Something, don't remember. There you go. At least this is good, but that is not great because it's a string and it's a p tag. And also what I just noticed is that like we're grabbing the token and the token is actually encrypted. I was thinking to use decode, But honestly, I thought to use something else instead. So let's grab that JWT and then decode it. So let's create, do I need to create a, yeah, I don't need to create a state for that. We could just immediately do this. So in the JWT, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say JSON.parse, and I'm gonna use the atop. And we're gonna split the dot, because the token right here, that dot, just to split it into two, and I will take the second one, the second part, because the second part is the encryption that I'm looking for. Class is assigned, but it's not used. Probably we need to add that to the bind. Let's grab that from the bind. Like so. Yeah, the bind looks great, but all right. Expected token. Let's see, what error do we have? Here. Let's do this. Why is it not? Oh. Yeah, I bet you we need to create a state for this one. All right. So let's do that. So we're going to create a state. The reason is that because it's like an async function. So any use, it's async. So JWT is not set up yet. We used it down before. I mean, it shows right now, but when I use this inside the component, let's see, maybe I have a mistake somewhere. I mean, possibly. No need for that. Yeah, it's not const declaration. Require initialization value. That's why. Yeah, I can probably say this. But because we're going to change the JWT, I just want to store it in a state. It's like the safest things to do. So let's go parsed data. And let's set parsed data equal to use state. And initially, it's going to be an empty string. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use effect for this one. And I will use a try catch, because as I told you, it's an async. So I want to make sure that I return set parse data to that. That's the weird part about states and using variables inside the components. That's what happens. You basically don't have anything. So let's return history history.push to back to the login. Because just in case like there's error in setting up that means JWT is not there. And yeah, we just wanted to push the history, or push to the front end, or the login page. Sorry about that. JWT history as well, because we're using those two variables and I want to monitor both of those. Now we want use state and use effect in here. I kind of usually like to wait until it errors on me until I import. I don't know why do I have this bad habit. Let's see, parse data. Now we can just grab that. Since it's an object, let's change this to a JSON or a string. So I'm going to use JSON.stringify. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna prettify it a little bit. I'm gonna have like a spacing of 2, and also what I want to do is to put this in a pre, and a pre is basically like a multi-line code tag. And there we go. We have our user. Great. That's what I was looking for. Awesome. So probably I need to make it like a little bit better than that. So let's grab the paper from here. Yeah, let's grab this. Actually, let's grab also the avatar. Because why not? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Let's see. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab this, put it below this, or yeah, below that, and then we're gonna close this div. And we need the class paper from here. This is just basically styling purposes, nothing else. So and avatar, we need to import that, and we need to also to import that's way better. Awesome. And yeah, let's go to material UI. Let's see, what is the name of the icon of a person? Icons, icons, icons. Let's see. Icons. And search the full list. That's what I was looking for. And maybe a login? No. Profile. Yes. Person. Great. Person icon. And we're going to change this person icon, or copy that and change the lockout line. Yay. Nice. All right. Let's check our logout function. We just took a really long turn. All right. Logout. Great. Let's go back to dash this time. And took us out. That's what I was looking for. Woohoo! Awesome. So we're not going to get to the dash. And if you're asking, let's try to actually create a local storage. We're going to call it token. And we're going to put just like whatever in here as a value. And now let's try to do dash. Finger crossed. And that's what I don't want. All right. That's basically something that might be like a good fix. Basically, like we need to check if the token is not valid. Instead of like sending them, which I'm pretty sure it's erroring in here. So let's do a clog error. And let's just get back and do the same thing. Token. Because it's not a valid token, it just kept sending us back. Oh no! All right, let's do that. And let's see the console. Yeah, that's the error. Awesome. String contains invalid character. Great. So let's do local storage dot remove item token. All right, let's refresh. Let's actually delete that for now. Yeah, it's got deleted. So let's log in, log out, log in, log out, log in, and All right, let's log out first. Let's create a token. And now if I go to dash, oops. Yeah, we can like just do some cleanup, but I'm still like this error is bugging me. So I'm gonna try to remove those. Because the error is happening, like it takes you back to the home page, and the home page is checking there is like a token. Sorry, I keep saying home page. It takes you back to the login. It checks there is a token. It sends you back to the dashboard, and the dashboard is not, is not valid. So it sends you back to, and vice versa. Like it just keeps doing that. So what I think is like those JWT and history are yet to be set. So I do think it's like those two. So let's see. Sign in, log out, sign in, log out. Let's create token. All right, let me figure this out and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to figure it out. So basically what happens, the error was going back and forth between the dash and the login. And I tried to, like, as you can see here, like I tried to use like auth service logout because I already, I don't have to say like local storage.token or whatever remove item. So I just used auth service in here, but then it hit me. Set JWT. I need to, if there is an error, just set that JWT back to an empty string. And that actually fixed it. It took me a while. And now let's try it again. Fingers crossed. And then let's do dash. Not dash. Dash. Took me back. That's it. Let's comment this out. Just want to make sure that it was actually this and it wasn't something else. So let's refresh. Add token. And go back to dash. There you go. So JWT was still set. So there is no, it kept just going back because it, again, as I talked about before, our main context, it will monitor the JWT if it changes. And that's the whole point of of like a context. And yeah, that actually fixed it. I don't prefer like to have like all these right there, but if it's working, it's working. Awesome. Yeah. So far, yeah, that's it. All we need now is just to link this probably to the sign up, and yeah, just continue doing the same thing for the sign up and just checking that, and we'd be done. Great. So let's go back to the sign up page, and actually first let's go to the login. Search for sign up. And to the link, we're going to change this to sign up. We're going to do the same thing for this. And we're going to go back to the home page. So that at least sign up takes us back to sign up, sign in, takes us back, sign in. Great. So with that being said, what we want to do is do the same kind of thing for like the login that we did in the login. We're gonna do exactly the same thing for the sign up. So let's go to the login. I'm gonna basically just copy everything. Password. Yeah, I want to, once these are logged in, do I need to send them back to the login page? Let me think about this, because like, yeah, some websites prefer to, for security purposes, they don't want you like on the sign up immediately log in. So, you have to go to the sign in page. I can't recall why is that. But, Yeah, let's send them back to the sign-in page. That's fine. Yeah, let's grab everything. Do I need use effect? Yes, I do. And let's go to the dash, go right here, enter. All right, so what do we have? We have username, we have password, we have JWT. Probably I'm not gonna use set JWT because I want to send them back to the login. So I'm not gonna set any JWT in here. Handle submit, console log user, delete that. I don't want to set a token. Yeah, I don't want to set a token, so probably like we don't need this. Oops. But instead of login, we're gonna do sign up. And I don't need a token. Let's send them back to the home page. Okay. Again, we're gonna have an error and yeah, let's send them back to the sign in. I mean, technically it would be like better to set a token. Let me see. Did I, like, in the user control, did I set up a token on the sign up or only on the sign in? Let's see, user out. Where did I put that? Let's see. Token. Login. Did I put it? Yes, I did. All right. All right. Well, what the heck? I'm just going to send them to the dash. Again, it is something that you probably want to, I don't know. It's up to you. You want to do that? Do it. You don't? Just don't. All right. Let's see. I'm going to do all this. We're going to go back to sign up. Response, token. Send them to the dash. So immediately when they sign up, they should immediately go to the dashboard, set a token, put it in the, then I need that JWT set as well. All right. Sounds good. And last but not least, we wanted to add those handle change to don't you love autocomplete sometimes? All right. And we want to do like we did in here. We're going to do like an on submit. Go back to sign up. On submit. It's going to handle the submit. Yeah, that should be it. Handle change. Yeah, sometimes VS Code is slow as hell. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this use state as well. Probably actually no. Maybe keep the password. Let's save. Let's go back and use state. See, I told you. We need to import all these. Let me just go ahead to the sign-in page. I put it like the first. Yeah. Let's go right here. Paste that. Tell me there is no problems. Say JWT either. What? I did use that, didn't I? Set JWT. Yeah. Where is that? Dash. Well, I'm using it as well. What are you even talking about? Line 48, line 48. Oh. Is it though? I didn't know that you want to add set to. Yeah, well, I don't know. All right. Let's see what's the error. Request failed with status code 400. Oh, you know what? Our password. That's why. We have a validation for our password. So we did that, and then PASS word 123. There we go. Oh my god, that took a while. So now, failed prop type color. Yeah, we could worry about this later. But yeah, the password validation. So next step, let's hook some alerts to show us and tell us what is happening, and we'll be done. All right, so let's see. I had this error. Let's fix this error first. Of course, another typo. Let's find that. Not capitalize the secondary. Let's do that. Let me make sure I have it one time. No, that's it. Sounds good. Let's refresh. No error anymore. Awesome. Great. All right, let's show the errors. Let's log out. So what I wanted to do is to show an alert, maybe above the username and password, or maybe here below the remember me. So let's grab an alert. Alert element from our good old material UI. I wanted to, let's grab this alert warning. And this piece of information, this alert will have two pieces of information. It will have the first one, the message to show, which we're gonna grab from the error right here. We're gonna grab from here, from this. The second thing, I wanted to create a state another state to monitor, to basically take control of like showing and not showing the element. So let's find this error or alert. Let's put that like down at the bottom. Yeah, before the button. All right. And this alert will basically have like, I don't know, like a value of show alert. So if this is true, I'm gonna do some conditional rendering. Let's keep it there. So in case of that, show this, otherwise null. And null is preferred by React. They do like, if you don't render anything, just render null, not undefined. All right, so let's go ahead and create those two states right here. Oops. So the first one we're gonna call it show alert. And this will start at false, as false, because we don't have any alert right now at the moment. Great. And the other one, I'm gonna call it maybe like error message. Yeah, let's do that. Or alert message. Whatever. Alert text. Why not? And set alert text. And it will be an empty string. Great. Cool. So now I'm gonna create a function, and this will be an async function as well. So const, and we're gonna call it alert toggle. And it will grab the message because I want to use this right here. I'm gonna pass in that error message right there. So we're gonna grab the message from it, and right here, first we want to set alert text to message, and now I want to set show alert to true. Great, and let's go right here. We're gonna call alert text in here because that will be the text, and we want to import alert. Let's go back right here and see in the code. Import that. Great. Give it a minute. It's complaining about something. Cannot resolve material UI lab. Huh. Oh, we didn't install the lab. All right, let's do that. Didn't we install like material UI, all of it? Maybe like material UI change this. I don't know. It was like one package before. All right. Yeah, whatever. npm audit fix. Yeah, let's fix this while we're here. Audit fix. And be right back once this is done. Okay, and I'm just gonna paste material UI lab, and that should fix that error. I mean, it doesn't make sense to have like a full package just for one alert, but yeah, why not? All right, yeah, it's an alpha, so probably this is a new thing. 80 moderate. I did an npm audit fix, did I? All right, let's do it again. Let's go back to our node. Let's save. Let's compile again. This should work. There we go. All right. So this was in the sign-in, correct? Yeah, we applied this in the sign-in. So let's grab this alert toggle function. And what I'm gonna pass the error, the response.message like this. All right. So let's add another one and hit sign in. And we have a lot of problems. All right. Oh my God, with the, okay. Response. There we go. It's getting annoying. All right, sign in. There we go. The login information is wrong. That's what I want. Perfect. Now, The only problem, see, now it's state. We want to change this after probably like 2 to 3 seconds. So because we have our function as async, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a loading state. And not to be basically confused with like a state like this one. I'm just saying like loading state as a state, you know? So this will be a loading function that will take time and will return a new promise that will have a resolve and a reject. Honestly, I don't want a reject, only I need a resolve. And this resolve will use set timeout to resolve, pass in the resolve function and the time. All right, it will take a second for this to highlight. Okay, and now we're gonna go back to our function right here, and we're gonna call loading, and we're gonna wait for 2 seconds, and we're gonna use the await, and then I'm gonna change set show alert, you guessed it, to false, and this will alternate the showing the alert. It will keep it for a second and then we'll change it back to hide it. So let's refresh. Great. Let's add Mon 2. There we go. Awesome. Great. Now we can go back to the sign up and do the same thing again. Let's see. Probably just a matter of copy pasting. So I'll grab all that actually with the use history, because why not? Let's save sign up. Let's go down right here, paste, and then we're gonna go to right here. We're gonna grab the show alert, go back to sign up, do the same thing. All right, above the button, and then we're gonna import alert. Should be here, right? You guys remind me. Come on. And we want to add the alert toggle to the function down here. And this time, I'm just gonna copy pasting because I'm bad at this. All right. Let's paste this, side that, and let's add those question marks because we're looking at an object. Just in case any of those are undefined, we don't want to have an error to break our code, which probably we need to add to the rest. But yeah, what this does is basically it checks if there is, if like for example, like if error is defined, it will move on. If it's not, it will just like gives you like an undefined information. So because objects, if like let's say like you're looking at data and you say like error and response is undefined dot data, that will break stuff. And this is called the optional chaining, just in case you were asking, and you can read about it on MDN if you want to have more information about that. So let's save this, save the sign up, and let's go ahead and go to the sign up and try. So for this one, I'm not gonna put an email, and let's see. This is not an email, and you need to have an email. Oh, 2 seconds are too short. Let's change this to 3 seconds. probably login will do the same thing. All right, this is not an email. You need a proper email. So let's add an email. And now I'm just going to do a password and does not match the combination. Probably I should show the combination. Let's go back to routes. Let's actually search for that. Can't remember where I put it. It's gonna be like in the controllers, but yeah. Password. Let's see. Combination. There we go. It's faster. Cool. There it is. Great. Great, great, great. Yeah, that's it. So we can do ASD123 QWE sign up. Boom. And I think we're all done. All we need now is just to probably get rid of all the console logs. And well, we have a lot of console logs in the router or in the server and like errors and whatnot. But yeah, well, we don't have a lot. Yeah, we could go in here and just clean those. Delete, log in. We don't want that. We don't want that. Save. Yeah, it's still reading. See, like my VS Code is a little bit slow. That's fine. Delete that. That keep. That keep. This one, of course, keep. And yeah, we don't want that. Awesome. And we did all, probably like a little bit of cleanup. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video wasn't that boring. I apologize for if there is any kind of like hesitation or wasn't that as smooth as possible. It is the first time for me to actually talk and type at the same time. I'm not used to that, so I apologize for all that inconvenience. But I hope you learned something today. This boilerplate, the reason, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is to have you create your own boilerplate as an Auth boilerplate 2021. I couldn't find anything similar. All of them, they have like millions and millions of packages. And I honestly hate that. A login, you saw it, is very simple. You could do it like this. You're gonna ask me like, hey Mark, is that okay, like to make it as a production application? Of course. It has like all the necessary details that you need for any production. I have a couple of like website and applications that are actually in production that uses the kind of the same system. It has like more maybe like other security stuff, like maybe like if we go to let's see, like in the app right here, maybe like having like a whitelist. And I said like to do add whitelist, and I'll keep it for you to figure out, just to search and find it and see how you would build a whitelist in a course. And it's honestly, I'm gonna give you like a small hint. Just look into npm course and you will find that in there. And that's the cool thing about programming, is you can basically find all the information everywhere on the internet. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay curious.